Hello dear students, welcome to the English session. We are reading a very interesting story, The Snake and the Mirror. Before we read it further, let us see the story we have read so far. This story, The Snake and the Mirror, is written by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. The narrator of the story is a homeopathic doctor and a bachelor who lives in a small, shabby, rented room infested with rats. One evening, he returned to his room after dinner at a restaurant. What happened after that? He felt very restless because the room was not electrified and the wind was also not blowing that day. So, he decides to go out into the veranda for some fresh air. But again, he was feeling restless. He came inside and he sat in front of a mirror. In front of a mirror, he made some key decisions, and they were to shave daily, to grow a thin mustache, smile often, and also to marry a rich, overweight woman. Suddenly, a dull thud echoed as a fat snake slithered over the chair and landed on his shoulder. What happened at that time? What did the narrator do? He didn't jump. He also says, I didn't tremble. I didn't cry out. There was no time to do any such thing. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm, above the elbow. The hood was spread out and its head was hardly 3 to 4 inches from my face. So imagine the situation of the narrator at that time. He was in the mouth of death. It would not be correct to say merely that I sat there holding my breath. I was turned to stone, but my mind was very active. The door opened into darkness. He looked at the door. It was complete darkness outside. The room was surrounded by darkness. In the light of the lamp, you can see there is a lamp. I sat there like a stone image in flesh. I felt then the great presence of the creator of this world and this universe. In such a situation, anyone would remember God. So this is what the narrator is also doing. God was there. Suppose I said something and he did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, Oh God. So you can see he is a stone image at this time and he is remembering God. There was some pain in my left arm. The snake has coiled around the left arm and he feels pain in his arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, no, a rod made of molten fire was slowly but powerfully crushing my arm. The arm was beginning to drain of all strength. What could I do? He felt as if there is no strength in his arm. He just thought that what he should be doing at that situation. At my slightest movement, the snake would strike me. If he moves a bit, the snake is going to strike him. Death lurked 4 inches away. Suppose it stuck. What was the medicine I had to take? He thought of the medicine at that time. Suppose the snake stuck him. Which medicine he should take at that time? There was no medicines in the room. I was but a poor, foolish and stupid doctor. I forgot my danger and smiled feebly at myself. So he had no way to go at that time. So he just started smiling at himself, at his situation. What happened after that? It seemed as if God appreciated that. We have heard that God helps those who help themselves. So here, when the narrator does not panic, he keeps his calm, then God also appreciates that. The snake turned its head. It looked into the mirror and saw its reflection. Now, the snake's attention is diverted. He starts looking into the mirror at his own image. I do not claim that it was the first snake that had ever looked into a mirror, but it was certain that the snake was looking into the mirror. Now he starts thinking, what was the snake doing at that time? Was it admiring its own beauty like he was doing? Was it trying to make an important decision? What decision the snake could make? About growing a moustache, or using an eyeshadow and mascara, or wearing a vermilion spot on his forehead. So all these funny things come into the mind of the narrator. With this, we end today's session. There is a question on the screen. Try to find answer to this question. Till we meet next time, take care.